Welcome back. I'd like to discuss a document I purchased from Louisiana. I previously went over this on my most recent live, but I wanted to convert it to a video format so it's short and sweet, as well as explained without having to sit through a long-winded live. The topic is Rod and how he lied about his second-born child, Nicolette. Now, I have redacted last names and sensitive information to protect Nicolette and her mother. If you know their information, I encourage you to please not share it or contact them. I do not believe they have anything to do with the crotch monster, Gypsy, or Rod. So page 1 is a judgment of paternity and child support. It officially declares Rod Blanchard is the natural father of Nicolette, and the court order is issuing child support payments of $150 a month, paid out in 2 different installments throughout the month. $75 on the 10th and $75 on the 25th. Each month, beginning January 10th of 1994. The payments are to be made to the state of Louisiana Child Support Enforcement Services. And then it explains that support is for the welfare and needs of the minor child. Additionally, Rod must provide medical support in the form of health insurance if it is available to him through employment or any insurance plan. He must send the insurance company details like name, contact, policy number, phone, address to the state within 30 days of obtaining coverage. He must also provide insurance cards and claim forms once insurance exists. This is the core legal order. It states Rod is the father and Rod must pay support. Page 2 just contains the enforcement of the judgment. It orders immediate income withholding, which is wage garnishment, under Louisiana law. There is no written private agreement between the parties. The court automatically triggered this. Any employer, government agency, or payer of income, wages, retirement, unemployment, disability, contractor payments must withhold money from Rod's income. Rod waives his rights to notice of delinquency, petition to stay service. So in other words, he cannot delay or block garnishment once he falls behind. If Rod becomes 30 plus days behind, withholding begins automatically with no notice required. Rod must notify the Department of Social Services if any change in address, residence, employment, or salary, medical insurance eligibility have changed. Rod must pay court costs and blood test costs, which total $246. If Rod does not pay, the state can immediately take payments from his paycheck. He cannot argue or delay. He must keep the state updated so they can continue collecting. Page 3 is the official signature of the judgment, signed by the judge of the 17th Judicial District Court. It is also signed and approved by the state attorney. Rod Blanchard signed in proper person, meaning he was not represented by legal counsel. This was also filed December 10th of 1993. This is making the legal judgment final and enforceable. Page 4 is acknowledgement of paternity. This is separate from the judgment. This is the signed form where Rod himself officially acknowledges fatherhood. Rod personally swears under oath he is the natural father of Nicolette. He understands the child becomes his legal heir. He signs willingly and voluntarily. This is also signed before a notary public, filed December 10th, 1993. Rod legally claimed paternity. This was not forced. He acknowledged her as his daughter on his own signature. And then the final page. This is the official written notice sent to Rod stating a judgment was rendered on December 14th, 1993. A certified copy of the judgment is attached. It was officially served to him and filed December 20th of 1993. It was also signed by the deputy clerk of court, meaning this page proves Rod was officially informed, the ruling was entered, and the case was now in effect. So to summarize by dates, December 6, 1993, Rod signs acknowledgement of paternity. December 10th, 1993, the court files the acknowledgement. December 14th, 1993, judge signs final order for child support. December 20th, 1993, state sends notice of judgment to Rod. January 10th, 1994, first payment is due. So the court did establish paternity officially and legally. Rod voluntarily acknowledged the fatherhood. Child support was state collected and not just handed off between the parents. The order stood ready for enforcement, such as wage garnishment or penalties. Rod carried financial obligations but custody was not addressed anywhere in this document. So Rod lied about Nicolette and how he signed his rights away to evade any support or custody. But there was rumors that she was also adopted, which according to this document, that wasn't the case. At least not when it was going through the courts at the time, because if she had been, then child support would not be established. It's my opinion that Rod didn't want anything to do with her either, just like Gypsy, because it wasn't a crotch monster that Christy spit out. If you recall, Christy was assigned witness to this case, all while Rod was still very much married to Dee Dee. That homewrecker loves just inserting herself everywhere with Rod when she had no reason to, other than to be a dirty homewrecker, which she also did that with Gypsy and Ryan. Let us not forget, even though we know that wasn't a legit marriage, just on paper, it was just a convenience, she still inserted herself. That is all I have for this video. If you found it useful and you would like to see more from me in the future, please like and subscribe. And as always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have a great weekend, guys.